So I just wanted to share a little testimony. In my early 20s, I worked at an inner city school in Phoenix, and I was asked to substitute for a middle school classroom. And this classroom was absolutely challenging, but there was one student in particular that made this job miserable for me. I dreaded going to work. About 5 years later, I'm at a different job. I go out for dinner and I walk in, and lo and behold, the cashier in front of me is this student. I actually wanted to probably back out and walk out of there, but it was too late. And before I could say anything, the student said, "I am so sorry for the way that I treated you." Gave me an authentic apology. But even more, the student had expressed that God had changed their life. They are no longer the same person, that they had become a Christian. I was absolutely blown away because, if I'm honest, this is probably the last student that I would have had expected God to change, to transform. And what a shame that I wanted to walk out. So sad to think that I almost walked out, and had I done that, I would have missed out on this amazing testimony, on this hearing about this amazing transformation. And a lesson that I just wanted to share is sometimes we're in a trial, whether that trial is a person, we're in a test. It's very tempting to walk out before God can turn it around into a testimony. So don't walk out of your test before God can turn it into a testimony. You have no idea what God is doing, even in people or situations that you think are impossible and the most challenging, as I did for this particular student. God just completely blew me away and surprised me. And two, the second lesson is, God allowed me to see this, but most of the time, God doesn't allow us to see the other side of it, And if he does, it could be a year from now. It could be 5, 10, 30 years from now. That person calls you back and says, "I'm sorry." You get an email of a person just sharing that they hurt you and they want to donate a huge sum of money to your ministry or your business. You have no idea. And you may not see it for years from now, but that's not the point, because whether you see it or not, heaven is going to be filled with example after example, testimony after testimony, transformation after transformation of people that never got to tell you here on earth, "I'm sorry." Whether they destroyed your reputation, gossiped about you, stole from you, manipulated you, broke your heart, regardless what the situation is. And heaven's gonna be filled with testimonies like that, and transformations of people that you thought were absolutely impossible. I say this to say that you have no idea what God is doing behind the scenes. Keep praying, be hopeful, and as you pray, expect God to transform the most difficult situations and people in your life. He is such a God of transformation, reconciliation, and miracles. So stay hopeful and stay prayerful. Thank you.